Hey guys, welcome back to Ryan and Billy's Cubing, and today I'm going to be showing you part 1 of solving the Megaminx. So if you have one of these, you've probably already played around with it, so I'm just gonna show you a few turns. Like, you can do this with every side. So this is a puzzle with 12 sides. So you can rotate the sides themselves, and then the pieces, they travel between sides. So yeah, pretty simple mechanism, nothing really really complex, but it is a bit more difficult than the normal 3x3 to solve. So that's why I'm gonna be making a series about it instead of just one video. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix it up, and I'll see you in a minute. Alright, that looks pretty mixed up to me, so I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it. So what you want to do first is find your white center. You notice that you have 12 different colors on it, so you have 12 different centers. So you want to find the one white center that you have, put that on the top, and this is basically the same as the 3x3 for this step. You want to find your pieces for this would be a star, not a cross. So you just want to look around the cube. This part is mainly intuitive. There's no real algorithms that you would use for this part. So just find a piece of the cross that's close to where it needs to go. So I'm just gonna go with the yellow and the white. So whenever you rotate the center, it goes into the same place. It doesn't, this doesn't go here or something. It's always going to go here, and it will always stay in the same spot within the star, just rotated. So keeping that in mind, this is facing towards a colored center right now and not the white center. Or the colored thing other than the white one is facing towards a colored center. So I can just rotate this here. Right, so now that's lined up, because you always want to line things up. That's the point. So you then you can just rotate this up to the white side. So there's your first piece of the cross, and just keep doing that. I found the blue one now. So I see that the blue center is to the right of the yellow center. So I want to make sure that my, or directly to the right of the left of the yellow center. So I want to make sure that this is to the left of the yellow center, or the yellow edge. This edge is to the left of the yellow edge. So I just want to rotate this twice to where it's over here, right? And then I can rotate this up. So now these two should be the same distance apart as their centers. And I can just rotate this back to where they're touching. So they're touching, and now the blue and the white and the orange and the white are lined up. Yellow and the white are lined up. So now you can just keep doing the same thing. Now on this one, if I have the white facing towards a colored center, I just want to rotate this piece away once, and then I can rotate it back towards the colored center, and then I can rotate this up towards the white center. So now we just have 2 more pieces of the cross to find. Again, this is going to line up with this if I do 1 turn. So then I can just rotate this up, and now that's lined up. So now we have the green and white, red and white, blue and white, and orange and white lined up. Now the purple and white is all the way over here. So earlier, whenever the white part of the edge was touching the colored center, I would just rotate it out of the way and rotate it once, but then that messes this one up because that doesn't line up there. But then there was also where I wanted to keep it the same distance between these 2 centers. So this is purple and white, and my purple center is over here. So I can just rotate this here, right? But I want to rotate it once more so that it doesn't mess up any of the edge pieces. And then I can just rotate it back and then rotate it up, so now I have my star, right? But now these are all not messed up, so we just rotate it until they aren't messed up. And there is your star, or your white star. Alright, so once you've figured out your white star, or once you've gotten it, see, so now they're all lined up. So we need to get the corners now to finish off the white face. So if you haven't seen my 3x3 tutorial yet, then this is going to really be a challenge if you don't already know how to solve a 3x3. So I'll leave the link in the description for it. So just, if you don't know how to solve a 3x3 yet, then just go check that out. This will make a lot more sense if you know how to solve the 3x3, because it's sort of the same principle, except there's a few more algorithms. So anyway, back into it. We need to get the corners. So you want to rotate it under where it needs to go. So just familiarize yourself with the mechanics of the puzzle. So I'm just gonna look and see. So this is the green, the purple, and the white corner. So I need to put that there, right? So that the white side, the purple side, and the green side are all, well, it's matching all of those sides. So I can rotate this down, right? And then this over. Okay, so now it's under the puzzle. So we just do that same algorithm that we did on the 3x3. Rotate it down, rotate it over, rotate it up, rotate it once more. Down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over. I'm going a little bit faster with this because there's a lot more pieces to this, and whenever I'm uploading things onto YouTube, it takes 3 times as long, or it takes 3 times the video duration to actually upload it. So it took me 90 minutes to upload my 3x3 tutorial, and there were a lot less pieces on that. So I'm just gonna go a little bit quicker so that it doesn't take me 3 hours, if that makes any sense. I'm not sure why I have that problem, but I do, so sorry. So now we want to do the same thing with another corner, so I'll just pick the white, purple, and yellow corner, right? So just, sorry, that was out of frame. So it's right here. We rotate it down, and we rotate it over. right? So now that's lined up. Same algorithm, down, over, up, over. And now you see that's lined up. So now we have two of the corners, and now we just want to keep doing the same thing. So I'll choose the red and blue corners. So I just want to keep rotating it down along this axis here until it gets to the place where it needs to be. Over, over, over. That's where it needs to be, because it's the white, the green, and the red. And it needs to be under where it needs to go. So you'd think you just turn it up there, right? But we need to get it up there first. So you rotate that down, rotate this over, rotate that up, right? So now there's three, I think. Yes, three solved. Okay, three corners solved. So now we just want to do the same thing with our white, red, and blue corner. And there's actually a shortcut that I've discovered that you can do to make things a bit easier on you. So, you know how you always want the white corner to be facing you? That didn't make any sense. You want the white corner to be on the bottom, right? But if it's facing you, then you can just rotate it out of the way, rotate this part down, and rotate this over. And I'm sure you can guess what comes next. You rotate that up. And now that's in place. Instead of doing it 5 times, now you only have one thing that you have to do. Now, if that was confusing, don't worry about it, or just replay the video, I guess, a few times to get that in your brain. But if that was confusing, just do that algorithm that I showed you 5 times and it should be there. Not 5 times, but as many times as it takes to get it there. So anyway, that put this piece here, I think. So I can just rotate this once. Now it's underneath where it needs to go. So I just do that same algorithm. Over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over. There's the white side of your Megaminx. And yeah, good job, guys, if you got it. So now that the white side of your Megaminx is solved, you want to put that on the bottom. Well, not just keep holding it, but yeah, put it on the bottom, I guess. So now you've got your middle layer to solve. This is the beginner's method. Keep that in mind. So yeah, your middle layer. So I'm going to be showing you how to solve that. So this is your top face, right? So you want to rotate the middle pieces along your top face, just like we did with the 3x3. So right now I'm going to be looking for my red and green. It's right there. So we just rotate it away. Rotate the face we want it to go to up. Rotate it back. Rotate this face down so that this is lined up with this corner, so that these two pieces will be moving with each other. Rotate this over, or your front face up. Rotate these two pieces back, and then just one more move to fix it. Rotate these pieces down, and just do that with all the other ones. So we have the yellow and blue. Alright, so we have those there. So we can just rotate this away. It's up. Well, no, sorry, I went too fast. See, this is lined up here. We just want it to rotate there. So we need to rotate this away. The face we want it to go to up. this face over. Now these two pieces are connected after I rotate this piece down. Now I can rotate this piece over. The front face up, keep turning it. This one over, this down. So now we have two of them. Now blue and red, where are you? Blue and red, blue and red. There we go, found it, okay. So now we can just rotate this until we get it to match. There we go. So now we can rotate this away. Face we want it to go to up. This face over. This face down. This face over. This face up. This face over. And then this face down. Yeah, so there's that piece. Do the same thing with all the other ones. So, okay, we got that one lined up, right? So now we just rotate this away, up, over, down, over, front face, top face over, front face down. And that's remains the same, and now that piece is lined up. Okay, I'm pretty sure I forgot to mention this case in the 3x3 tutorial, but I'm sure you all have figured it out. You just replace this piece with one of these pieces, and then you put this piece back. There's no real way to flip it around that people have discovered yet. So away, because we want to put this piece there, up, over, down, over, front face, over, down. And now that piece is exactly where we wanted it, and this piece is free. So now we just rotate this face till we get it where we want it, and then we rotate it away from where we want it. Rotate the face we want it to go to over here. Put this face there, this face down, this face over, this face this way, this face over, this face down. And now you have this thing solved. Or your, not the whole thing, your white side and your middle layers. So I'm going to show you how to line up these corners here, the ones that are not on the white side, but they are still touching the edges that we just lined up. So that's not these top corners, that's these corners here. So you want to look around your top face and look at your bottom face, and or your bottom three faces, I guess. Now these are the three faces that you want to look at, or these three, or these three, or these three, or these three. You just want to look at any face that's not gray or white, or any pair of faces that are like, and they're, I guess you could say they're in a triangle like this, and you want to see what corner needs to go here to where it's touching all three of these faces. To where one of them is one of the ones touching the gray face, and two of them are the ones touching the white face. So this appears to be blue, red, and pink. So I want to look around my top face, see if I have that on the top face. I do not, it's right here. So the gray face would be the top face because the white face is now on the bottom. So now I just want to rotate this up because there's nothing down here for me to mess up. I'll get to that later, but just for future reference, if it's right here, the algorithm to do it without messing it up be up, over, down, over. And now this corner's in the same place, but this one is up on the top, so you don't got anything to worry. You don't have anything to worry about with messing that up. So now I just want to rotate this on the top face until it's lined up here. Best I can get it lined up. So this part is mainly intuitive. No, there's a lot of parts that are intuitive, but this is one of the big ones. Just lining up these corners because there's no real algorithms that come into play. So I just see that if I rotate this down, that's going to be there, right? Don't worry about messing up these edges. We'll get those in place in the next video, along with solving the rest of it. But I just want to rotate this down, and then I can rotate this over. And now that is lined up. So now we just want to do the same thing with all the other ones. So I'll look at my top face. Just get yourself familiar with the corners that need to go right there, so that whenever you look on the top face, you're like, oh, that's a corner that needs to go someplace. So I see I have one of those, which is the blue, the purple, and the green. So that needs to go there. See, it needs to go here because it's lining up with these three. So I can just rotate this over here. Rotate this down, this over, and then this back. So that if I had a corner that was lined up there, it wouldn't mess it up. Okay, now that corner is lined up, and that corner is lined up. So now we need to line up the other three. And lucky for us, we have a corner that is already in place. So the best case to have on the top would be to have the corner, or the face of the corner that lines up with, or a face of the corner lining up with here, to where I can just rotate this until it gets to the bottom, which is right here, and now that's lined up, and it didn't touch either of these corners or either of the back corners either. So 1, 2, 3 are lined up. So that means we need to get 2 more lined up. So my top face has one, orange, yellow, and purple. That needs to go here because of purple, yellow, and orange. So I can just rotate this once. And if it's like this, don't rotate it down because that's not going to work. So just keep rotating it, and you want it to have the side, the color of the corner that can line up with the side that's touching the gray, facing outward, not up. If it's facing up, then you need to do that algorithm that I taught you earlier. But now I can just rotate it down, right? Because it was here. Let me show you that again. Because this is on the same side as this, and it will stay on the same side. It doesn't like twist the corner whenever you rotate it or something. So I can rotate that once, and then one more time, and now that's lined up. So now I have one more, and that is this one right here. We have the green, the red, and the yellow, the tan, I guess. Yeah, the tan. So there's tan, there's red, and there's green. So I can rotate this along the top, right? But the face that is touching the gray, that color, is facing towards the top. That's what I was talking about earlier. So now I need to rotate this down so that the face that is touching the gray is on the, so that this color is lined up. And I can rotate this down once, and then I can rotate this back up. And now I have all 5 corners, and hope you do too. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. I haven't uploaded in a few days because I've had a sinus infection and I've been pretty sick, but I'm feeling better now, and I'm gonna continue this new series probably tomorrow. So just stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.